Tellemtribe Tarot, daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, Gemini. I am Cherokee with Tellemtribe Tarot, coming to you with another love reading. It feels so good to be back and on track. Not that I was off track or anything. I just didn't feel like doing any readings. I didn't feel like it energetically. And when I feel like that, I can't do it. You know what I mean? So I took some time away for a couple of days, and I hope you all are not upset with me. I hope you're understanding. And let's get into your reading. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Book your personal reading in the month of August and receive a free gift with your reading. Certain regulations apply, of course, and that is while supplies last. So book a comprehensive email reading or a same-day reading, and it comes with a free gift. Okay, turn on post notifications. Drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. Subscribe to the channel, share the video to share the wealth, and let's get into your reading. So we're going to talk about, oh, my little voodoo doll. I love it so much. Isn't it beautiful? We're going to talk about the energy that you're feeling right now, Gemini, with regards to this connection that you are so excited about. And you want to know how this person is feeling about you, because you may feel as if, or felt as if you put out a lot, like you made yourself vulnerable. You gave them a lot. Like you divulged a lot. And it's like, you know how you meet someone for the first time, maybe you're at the bar and you drink a shot of maybe Casamigos or something strong or something that you don't typically drink, and you realize, oh my gosh, I might have hit my limit, but I feel so good. And you're at that point of just, nothing matters. And you meet someone who has good conversation and they let me have you, and they probably say that too at the bar. You're like, no, but I'm just here to have a good time, and I just want to just vibe, you know. If you on that, I'm on that, we on that. They like, okay, tell me about yourself. And then you start talking about yourself, and then after saying a few things, you realize, holy shit, I don't know this person from a can of paint, and I hope I didn't tell them too much, or I hope I didn't scare them off, or I hope I did scare them off. But whatever your hope may be, you felt like you overshared. That's what I'm getting at. With the person that you're interested in, and you just want to make sure that you still have control over the situation. So we're going to tap in and see what those energies are about. Again, take what resonates and leave behind what does not. If you want to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box. These free readings are cool, but getting a reading is so much cooler. It really is. You have to experience it to know. So here are the messages from the person. I feel the same way. And they feel what you feel. The energy that you put out, they are feeling that you are interested in them. They don't have to question that at all. The things that you may have disclosed to this person is, it's not too much. It helped them to understand that you're human, because you may come off as a perfectionist or someone who always wants to be on top of things. And usually this person may be offended by that, or not offended, but just intimidated by it. But you make them feel welcomed, and then you make them feel like they're a part of your world by not restricting yourself in a way that makes them feel like, oh my gosh, maybe this is not the person, or maybe now is not a good time. Okay, no, now is not a good time. Okay, maybe now is a good time. So you make them feel comfortable enough to speak with you at any time, where they don't have to time themselves out, or to try to time your attitude to see when would be a good time to speak. You may be feeling uneasy because you've spoken a lot. You said this time around you're going to put it all on the table. I meant what I said. So this person may have told you really quickly that they love you, and that triggered you a bit, because maybe your last connection, the person that you were with told you really quickly that they loved you. We call that love, aka bomb, or love bomb collectively. And when someone speaks about how much they love you in a very short period of time, and they don't know you from a can of paint, much less your vibe, you're just like, yo, what do you love? You just love the way how my ass jiggle. You love the way how I look in this sundress, or you love the way how I look in these gray sweats. But what do you love, you know? So they want you to know that they meant what they said. They may have made a promise or gave you a promise ring or said something under the influence of some kind of psychedelic that they want to be with you, and that's just what it is, and they don't want to hold back. I just dream and wish for everything. So everything that they're experiencing with you is something that they feel is like a dream come true. I'm gonna feel one more spot, a card right here, and I feel like I should do this and this, maybe. So I just dream and wish for everything, maybe. And based on the way how you make them feel sometimes with regards to when you pull back a little bit, like you feel like there are times when you feel like you overshare and you kind of step back to make yourself feel like you have control of the situation. And they just look at you like, So you got to understand that your energy, when you pull it back, it's felt because it's so rich, Gemini. It's a rich energy, and it's felt when it's given in the utmost and when it's retracted. So be mindful of how you project the way how you feel. Be open with your thoughts and say, hey, I felt like I told you too much. And my hope is that you understand where I'm coming from, because you can't control how a person views you. Okay. So I had to release all of that for you to know that you need to release the idea that you can control how someone is receiving you based on all of the information that you may have given that you felt like is too much. Go with your flow. That's the only way that you can live this life, is to go with your flow. All right. So Spirit, please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. Please provide me with the guided messages for Gemini. Gemini and this person that they're thinking about. It may be a new relationship, or you may be rekindling something with someone from the past. Whatever your stance is, this is the message for you to get some advice. Remember, all advice is not for one specific individual. You can pick and choose what advice you want to use for your situation, because all in all, we are connecting with the ancestors and they cannot steer us wrong. And at the end of the day, we have free will. Go with your vibe, with your flow. Go with what makes you happy. As long as you aren't hurting anyone, you are good to go. All right, so let's see, Gemini. What is your overall energy regarding this person in this situation? What is your overall energy? So it's the Two of Swords. Just as we were discussing previously about you feeling as if you may have overshared and you don't want to show too much to this person because you don't want them to feel like you're weird or that you're needy. And fact of the matter is that you do need this energy, or you do want this energy that they've provided you with. You're getting attached to it, and it's scary for you. And that's why you're opening up so much, and your guys is just saying you have to pick a side. You have to pick a side, and you can't allow what they're doing to dictate what you're going to do next. You have to stand sternly in what you believe. If you believe you are in love with this person, you got to stand by that love. If you believe you are strongly in like with this person, stand behind that too. And whatever you discuss with this person, if you trust them enough to disclose things, that's just what it is. If they betray that trust, then you have the answer of what you need to do next. But standing in this energy of purgatory, so to speak, where you're in your mind about, should I keep going? Have I said too much? It's only going to be counterproductive for you emotionally. Right now, you're in your head and you should get out of it and just decide what you want to do next. But that is your challenge, deciding if moving onward with this connection is going to be feasible for the greater good of your relationship with yourself and with this person collectively. The challenge is the Lovers. This is your energy, Gemini. I'm not surprised that I'm seeing the Lovers. The challenge is that you want to keep the relationship in a space where you can express yourself wholeheartedly. You've always wanted someone where you can tell them anything. You want to come home if you're living together, or link up and say, shit, I almost fucked the bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you want something that is so fluid and so pure and so authentically real that you can say something like that and not have someone spaz out on you. So you're looking for like a friendship vibe, something passionate where you feel like you were, you linked in a previous life and now you're here. And I feel like that's why you may have overindulged. You may have explained, or you find that you're trying to make sure that this person sees you in the light of love, or in the love of light, or if in love and in light. You don't want them to see you outside of that. So you're being very careful about the way how you're handling them, as opposed to how you've handled people in the past. How you see the situation, or better yet, subconsciously, is the 10 of Wands. So you overbear your situation with your expectations, and your guides are asking you not to do that. In the recent past, or from the past till now, is the 3 of Pentacles. So you don't mind putting the work in. You don't mind doing what you need to do to make sure that this connection is done the right way. You don't mind having this person know that, hey, I've been around the block a few times. And that's okay. And I feel like that's what it is. It's just like, I may have put too much out there in the recent past. It's just like, this is me. But your guys are saying, with this overall energy, with the 2 of Swords, speak your truth. Speak your truth. And don't be afraid to hear what their truth is, because it might surprise you. You might be even more compatible than what you're giving this connection credit for. I don't feel like you have any doubts in the connection. I feel like you have doubts in what you've said already. And then with the Justice card is your goal. Your goal is to this go round in this relationship to make things right. I feel like you have to be careful with regards to trying to right your wrongs in this connection. This person is not the person that you were with in the past, or any of those flings or things that you had in the past. They have nothing to do with that. They should not be paying for anything that you've done in the past. And you should not be treating them as if you owe them anything on account of what you've experienced in the past. The only thing that you owe them is your honesty and your devotion. I feel like they expect that of you. But I feel like if you move according to move according to the beat of your own drum, they will be able to dance to that beat, as long as you're being authentic with yourself. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. You don't have to worry about how things are going to play out if you always put your best foot forward. We're not saying putting your perfect foot forward. I'm getting tongue-tied there. But your best foot forward, and trusting that the universe will align the things that are there for you so that you can reap the benefits of a solid, healthy relationship. In the near future is the King of Swords. I feel like this person is going to step out into your domain and meet you where you're at confidently. You know, I feel like they are going to open up in a way that you would have wanted them to, as long as you stick around. Don't get flighty, Gemini. How you see the situation is the 5 of Wands. Sometimes you feel like you may have done things too quickly. Again, fighting your own mind, fighting what you're used to versus what you're doing now, because you're changing old habits where you didn't release much information about you to a person, so they had to guess, or you made them work to try to figure out who you were. Your environment is the 5 of Cups. Looking at what you did wrong in the past and how it put you in this emotional rut, because you feel as though you have to pocket certain emotions so you don't appear as weak. And what you hope is that this person is willing to make the same type of sacrifice that you made and are considering to make, because you don't want to be left in the cold like you were left in the cold in the past, or how you left someone in the cold based on them not meeting your standards, or whatever the case may be. You are hoping that they are willing to make a sacrifice with this Hangman energy. And the possible outcome is the Ace of Wands. It's just having the opportunity to be and to allow things to naturally be. I feel like overall this is just a challenge for you, because it's just new territory for you. It's allowing you to see yourself through a different viewpoint, and you're not used to being this kind of transparent with someone else up front. You know what I mean? Like you usually hold back and now you're not. So we're going to pull a couple of these oracle cards here, and then we're going to close this reading out. We're going to close this reading out soon. Message of warning and freedom. So you're worried that if you get too invested that you would lose your freedom to this person, which is why you're trying to be so open and honest and transparent. And you don't have to try hard, because generally that's how you are, Gemini. Your spirit guides are saying that there's no such thing as being honest too soon. And the only warning here is if you try to control the narrative by holding back pertinent information that you feel will help, or that you believe is not important to this person, only for them to find out after the fact that it actually was. That's the warning. Be transparent and be unapologetically truthful, Gemini. All right. So if this reading resonated with you, click the subscribe button and share it. And until I speak with you again next time, Gemini, and I promise not to stay away that long again, love and light, tribe.